Welcome back, F-Series guys. Welcome back to my channel. Got some new updates. I've got some new equipment. You got the dually here that's finally running the way it should. You've got my dump truck I just picked up. You can see my trailer I just got. So yeah, I've got some new stuff. It's been in the works for about 3 weeks, and I just wanted to share it with you, the update of where we're at. So there's going to be more F-Series content. It's going to be expanding past the 80 to 97 stuff. We're going really old school with the 1970 F-600. It's a 330 V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor. I'm not really a gas guy anymore, but this is what it is. So yeah, that's where we're at with things, and enjoy the trip. All right, this is what we've got so far. This is, as I affectionately call it, Humpty Dumpty, the 1970 F-600 I mentioned. It's rough around the edges, but it runs, it drives, it dumps. That's all you can really expect out of a dump truck. It has some quirks, but we're going to work through those. Number one was the points set up on the little 330 engine. They were burnt up. I've got some extra ones on the way, so we'll be doing that later on in a separate video, but I'll give a brief overview in this one. Here's a quick shot. This is what we're working with. It's a 330 V8. It's part of the FT/FE series engines. It also goes in with the same family of engines. That's the 352, the 390, 360, stuff like that. It's just the baby brother of them. So you can see where multiple previous owners have just, they've cobbled and messed around, and it runs, it drives, but it's barely. You can see they've added some new wires and some new parts. They got a new starter solenoid. I installed a new battery yesterday. This is all going away. This is the wire from my 2-speed rear end. Has to be redone. That is not acceptable. Again, it needs to be cleaned. This is my dad over here. He's going to show me how to do points. I've never did it. It's a little bit before my time. And here's generally what everything looks like. It's got the 1000 R20 split rim setups on the back and the front for tires. It had some parts with it. Really old school setup with a bunch of levers and stuff for, got your gear shifter, you got your PTO and your dump bed. Up here's your emergency brake. It's got a bench seat out of a OBS in it, so there's that. I guess it's OBS related at that point. You can see how much it's said. It's got spider webs and cobwebs and such. Again, it's in good shape. It's great shape for its age. It's a 70 model, so it's what, 51 years roughly. Old enough to be my grandfather. It's got a little leak right here I need to address. I'll be fixing that very soon. It's got another brake booster I want to install. I'll clean it up, put it on. All the lights are going to be rewired. I don't know who done what. It looks like Helen Keller did all the custom wiring and lighting. As far as things goes, the bed, here's what it looks like up on the inside. You can see it needs a little bit of cleaning, such, but you come around the driver's side here. The fuel tank itself is a diamond plate setup. Look like what used to be a transfer tank, and they made it into the primary tank. I don't know, not my deal. It works. I do need to get the gas hand working on it so I can be more accurate. Definitely a farm truck. Can't go anywhere without baling wire. Come on into the driver's side. All this has to be redone here. This is all scabbed together. It's god awful ugly looking. So that's all getting replaced and redone. Come into the cab. Still has warning stickers and such like that. Again, not all the bulbs work. I don't know what works, what don't. Wipers don't work, but they're vacuum operated and it has vacuum issues right now, so there's that. The lights, the headlights don't work. Marker lights kind of work. Now, whenever I pull it on, Yeah, there should be the bulb up there coming on, but that's a no-go. Yeah. Last night I got the dash light to work a little bit, so we'll fix it later. It's old, crusty, and loud, but it's mine. It needs to be vacuumed out and some rubber matting put down. Let's take a look back here, see what we can find. Well, not much of anything really. Just more rat nests and garbage. So we'll go from there. Again, oh, it does have seat belts. My bad. I thought it didn't. You can tell it's old. It only has lap belts, it appears. I mean, a lap belt beats nothing though. So there's that. Doors closed good. Pins are good in it. Got these really weird West Coast universal mirrors I'm not a fan of, but they work. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'm just cleaning out and stuff. I've vacuumed a lot of the trash and stuff like that out. So now I'm just getting all the stuff off the dashboard. Looks like the old radio bezel. I threw this in the truck to have. It's a flashlight, but it also has emergency lights. I mean, it is a dump truck. I figured that could help after dark. I don't know, just toss it in here. Something. Beats nothing. Plenty of reflectors for the turn signals I've found. And looks like a pencil and stuff on the other side. I have no idea about this speaker. It was just laying there. So, oh, looky here. What do we have? Diddly-dee. Is that for me? Well, yes, it is. That's the key for this truck, I'd imagine. Huh. I mean, ingenious to have it under a speaker. Nobody ever think to look there. Remember, kids, look under random speakers on your dashboard because you never know when you have a spare key. So there's that. Yeah. Day late, a dollar short because I already went and had some made off the other key at Walmart. But that's beside the point. Let's see what we got here. Dashboard is pretty corroded. Looks like we have another window crank. Don't know why we'd need extra ones. Bolts, odds, ends. What's this? Ignition. Oh, a rotary button. Interesting. Made in USA. Wow, that's something I don't get to see very often. It looks newish. Yeah, we might just keep that. Standard brand, makers of famous Blue Streak parts. I like seeing old boxes like that. I think it's cool. I might put that in my shed for a display thing. Let's see what else we got in here. Looks to be an exhaust clamp. Looks like the end for a marker light up top. Some piece of plastic needs to be tossed. Yeah, just garbage. Excuse me. Some 40 amp, I guess it is. I don't know. Let's see. Don't say what it is. So we're gonna toss it. Oh, there we go. Now I just gotta get me a screw to fit in my window crank and I'll be good to go. So yeah, maybe I've got that in here. Maybe we can find. Let's go spelunking here. Oh, there's a set of points. It is definitely a set of points. Funny thing is, I'm going to buy like 4 sets. So it'll definitely have extras. Well, unfortunately, I'm not seeing the actual screw that it would take to mount that little crank handle there, but that's nothing I can't get at true value. We'll get that later. So we've gotten some usable parts out of there, some random crap. Yeah, we're going to vacuum this out in just a second, get all this dust and dirt out. And then I'll finish this up here, vacuum up here, get that pencil out of the way and the gasket. Just clean it up, get the dust out of here, because my allergies are killing me. Just a couple things I noticed on this truck, besides the amazing wiring that you can see there, it has to be all redone, is here's the fuse panel. It has the old barrel style glass fuses. It's got a couple that's either missing or burnt out, so I need to replace those just to get myself in a spot where I know where I sit with my wiring before I really start working on everything else. So my eldest son is helping me clean out the bed. There he is. He's learning how to work. Say hi, TJ. Hey, TJ. Say hi. That's the eldest son of mine. He's helping me scrape all this dirt and stuff out of the bed. Learning how to do stuff.